Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter World, where today we are not going to be fighting anything Arc-Tempered because there's nothing new Arc-Tempered available, but there is a new event quest that I figure is worth doing on camera, and it's the Horizon Zero Dawn collab event with 2 Tempered Joes. Because, hey, it gives a Gamma armor set, so why the heck not? Also, 2 Tempered Joes is more interesting than just 1 Tempered Joe, one would imagine. And let's start up here, and we'll go ahead and voucher it. I've got my armor set up specifically to help keep me alive when fighting Tempered Joes. So yeah, that's what I've got going on. Iron Skin, Tremor Res, and earplugs are the main things. Everything else is pretty standard for what I do these days. And if we could get foodie, that would actually be pretty nice. There. Now if we cart, we don't need to use max potions. And my items are also already all set up, so hooray. Time to go play with some pickles. One of whom will be gold small and the other will be gold large, because that's just the way this quest is set up. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, they're not, like, super special gold small and gold large. Just regular, not event style. And apparently they've got a great Jagras that they can use as a weapon. Also, it's all rainy. It's not always rainy on this quest. I've seen videos of people doing it with it being nice and sunny. So we'll at least get a slightly different experience than what I've seen in other videos, so that's something. Apparently we've only found tracks of the one Joe. Honestly, that's fine, because that means that maybe they'll be in different locations. That would be good. Fighting them both simultaneously could get a little hairy. And there's our quarry. Wow. I just whiffed. Also, this is clearly the big one. Hey, pickle. Don't you go for those. If you're hungry, I have treats. Let's go ahead and plop that. Oh, but the Jagras. That's why the Jagras is here. It's to eat any meats that you try and give the Joes. Ow. I really shouldn't have been running away from that. It's been a while since I fought a Devil Joe in Monster Hunter World. Ow. So the Jagras will almost certainly come to eat the sleepy meat. Question is, will a Devil Joe make any effort to eat it? The fact that this Joe is so big keeps making me feel like I'm closer to it than I really am. And that's causing me to whiff. Also, the fact that it's so big makes it so that all of its movements move parts of it farther than I would expect, because that's just the way it goes. Really? I've used so many potions and I've done like nothing to it. Great Jagras. Skid marks for these here before? Did the Jagras already come eat the meat? But if it did, it would have fallen asleep. Nah, the meat's still there. Now he's mad, which means it's time for this. Right, we didn't get first aid meds because we didn't have space for it. Thankfully, it doesn't actually super matter if we run out of our potions, because we can just get more in this game. I'm too used to Gen Ultimate, where you can't do that. Yeah, we really do need to get more damage on this guy if we're to make the timer. Problem is, Joe is one of those monsters that is much harder to deal with when he's very large. Really limits the parts that you can hit. Nice paracat. And there's the Jagras eating the sleepy meat. Looks like a little Jagras too. But then again, maybe that's just a trick of the light, or rather of comparison. Dang it. I want to latch onto this guy, but now my thing wore off. Let's go ahead and kill this Jagras so that he can't cause any more trouble. Of course, killing him requires actually hitting him. But yeah, we don't want any Devil Joes to pick him up because they can swing him very hard and that hurts. And we don't want him eating any more of our sweet treats. Dang it. Just let me kill you already, please. You're just a Jagras. Stop putting up a fight and just die. I don't want to have to actually pay attention to what I'm doing with you. Please? You're lasting way longer than you should. There you go. Let's go ahead and sharpen because we can. Looks like Joe's coming back. Or not. He decided against it. Was just checking to make sure that the mantle was indeed off. Oh, that's right. I brought these. Should probably use them, huh? Oh, looks like they both want to have a piece of that Jagras. That's kind of amusing. Ow. Might as well let them fight. They are not fans of each other. Well, unfortunately, since they both just had a meal, we're not likely to feed either of them anything special anytime soon. Yeah, they are definitely not friends with one another. That much is very clear. And I feel like maybe I should be using my Rocksteady Mantle right now. But then again, only one of them's pissed off. Okay, I was above his face there, but apparently the hitbox for the breath starts behind his actual mouth. Let's find our null berries. There they are. 'Cause I don't like having my affinity lowered. I really need to play Horizon Zero Dawn. I own it. I have it downloaded. I have yet to actually start playing it. Like, I played or watched a little bit of a demo. I forget whether I actually played it. Ow. I would love to take advantage of that knockdown, but my health. But yeah, I need to play it. I've heard a lot of good things, and I'm kind of interested in seeing what it is about it that makes it so that all of the Horizon Zero, well, not all, but most of the Horizon Zero Dawn collab quests feature a giant brute wyvern. Like, this one's got a giant tempered Joe. And the other one had a giant Anjanath. So there's got to be some reason, right? Also, I should really just dung bomb one of these guys. Little one, get out of here. Ooh, that was a nice blast. Oh, are they both leaving? Oh no, they just decided to yell at each other simultaneously. Only that jump could have actually gotten me to a place where I could have mounted. Well, apparently I was immune to the tail when I was grabbing onto the vine. That was handy. Though the fact that he just did the brute jump and destroyed half of my stamina was certainly less so. Really running low on stamina. That's not great, but we get to do our finisher now, so all is well. And as nice as the other breaks would be to get, we're just going to go for the tum-tum because the tum-tum takes some damage. Okay, they're going to be together again. That's not fantastic. Let's have this Wiggly Litchi. There we go. Got to keep that stamina up, you know? Oh, and there are Gajalakas here too. Just excellent. All right. Little guy, you can go. Big guy's eating the sleepy meat. Oh, but he got interrupted. Lame. He's probably not going to go for the new one, but we put it down just in case. Oh, it looks like the other Joe is hungry, so he might come just right back here. We'll have to see what happens. Ow. Go there. Go ahead and use this Vigor Wasp. And since he's standing right on it, might not get a para with it because he was already paralyzed, but then again, there's the para. Wasn't a very long para. Ooh, he's asleep. And we managed to get that off. Thanks for the assist there, Gajalakas. They did not have to put him to sleep, but they did, and I appreciate it, and I'm just going to use this dung pod to blow those up. And we got us a mount. I would care more that he was enraged if I had agitator, but I don't. My only damage skills are handicraft, which doesn't even add anything. It just keeps me from going down to blue so early. And weakness exploit level 2, which does help us get these crits. It's better than nothing. All things considered, it's one of the best damage skills in the game, but that's neither here nor there. Ooh, that is one Joe almost down. Grab these dragon pods, because we can. And then we'll follow this guy, and we'll capture him to take him home with us. Because it's a whole heck of a lot easier. What? Scout flies, I'm going to need a little help here. Also, apparently we've been going after the one that wasn't the first one we found tracks for. Alright, I think I know how to get to where Joe sleeps from here, but we'll still follow the flies because they're still around. Ooh, actually, let's grab that honey. He's not even sleeping. He's just hanging out. Hey, buddy. I mean, he's going to where he's going to sleep now. Down where the giant vigor wasp is. Sure, let's have a well-done steak. Why the heck not? All right. Let's use our shock trap because he... Oh, do I... That's right. My Devil Joe set is an idiot and doesn't have tranks. So we get to just do some of this action to wake him up, and then we'll have to actually try and kill him. So much for the whole capturing idea. Yeah, I was going to use the shock trap because he stays in pit traps longer, even if it's a little less safe to get him in a pit trap. As long as you're behind him when he's in it, it's still perfectly safe. And that right there was why we have Tremor Res. Ooh, nice. Still managed to latch on to his arms. Ow. Vigor Wasp, help me! Oh, hey, we took the hit, but we were still in the giant Vigor Wasp cloud, so we were fine. Joe! Get back here. You can't even fit through this hole. What the heck are you doing? Oh, now he's coming back. I wonder if we can kill him while he's squeezing through there. And if so, what it would look like. Oh, there he goes. All right, so that's the big one. Now we've just got the small one left, and that will be considerably easier. I remember when Tempered Joe was the hardest monster in the game. Now it's Arc-Tempered monsters. Alright, we want other Joe to be our tracking thing. And it looks like if we climb on up here, it ought to at least get us close-ish to where he is. In fact, it ought to get us right to where he is, because here he is. Oh, is he going to snack on the other Joe? Is that it? Yeah, I think he's going to snack on the other Joe. It's bigger than you, you know. There, kept him from snacking. Dragon pods have their uses. They're great at getting flinches. Need to actually go into my combined menu and just make the rest of these mega potions. A little bit better in a pinch to have them already made. There we go. Mounts are a great way to get in lots of damage on Joe. He stays down for long enough for us to do our zero-sum discharge right on that soft little belly of his. Plus, Switch Axe has, depending on the file type, either like the second most damaging or the most damaging mount attack. Also depending on whether you hit a weak spot with your mount finisher. But yeah, just, it's huge damage. It gets you ready for this zero-sum. It's just all kinds of great. Ooh, nice para. Yeah, the reason this one is going to go down easier than the other one is A, it doesn't have another Joe to distract us. And B, it being smaller means that we can actually reach the soft spots much more easily. Ooh, this actually seems like a good idea. And maybe not the best idea I've ever had, but certainly not a bad one. Would have been a better idea, admittedly, if he hadn't been enraged when I got him in the pit. But still, he stayed in it for a decent while. Now let's go ahead and get some poison meat down on the floor. Because I don't think I actually have any more bombs to use. Maybe I do. I haven't really checked. And the answer is no, I do not have more bombs to use. Which means a sleepy meat would avail us nothing. Whereas the poison meat will at least do some damage. Parameat wouldn't really paralyze him because he's already been paralyzed by the cat. So yeah, that leaves poison meat as the best option right now. Thanks, Temporal Mantle. Thanks for running out at the wrong time, Temporal Mantle. Let's get Rocksteady going. Ooh! My health was very not for a moment there. Yeah, get me on up here. Ow. Good thing I flinched him, otherwise he would have come at me with his big attack that would have just ruined my health. Because he loves to follow up stomp knockdowns with his biggest possible attack. The one where he just slams his face into the ground on top of you. And that one hurts. I see dragon pods. Might as well fire these ones. Ow. All right, Joe. Ow. the restoratives we brought, but since he's deciding to leave now, that's actually totally fine, because we can go to a base camp and collect more. So let's head over to this camp right here, since it looks to be right by where he's headed. And hopefully things will be just fine. Not equipment, we want items. So yeah, we'll get some of those, and we'll get some of those. And we'll get another one of these, because why the heck not? And we'll get some of these so that we can take advantage of any sleeps. We'll put away our parameat since it means nothing. And then we'll grab these. So now, when he decides that he's almost dead, we can actually capture him. Okay, he's actually a ways above us. Like a large ways above us. I didn't expect him to be going up there. But I guess it's a thing he can do. Ooh, we can actually give him a water slide. That seems like a good plan, and one that I will stick to. Yes. Excuse me, sir. Just getting your attention. And we even managed to not have the water go? There. Water is going. We hit him with the bomb. And now we're all taking a water slide. And I'm right here on the belly, which is exactly where I want to be. Ooh, he's almost dead. Which means it's time for this. And these. So apparently I put... Okay, good. The shock trap wasn't in the wrong place. It worked. And that's what matters. So hooray, we got us our Tempered Joes down. I'm going to need to do this quest a handful more times, but I don't need to record it a handful more times. We're going to need a bunch of these tickets so that we can make the Gamma version of Aloy's armor and the layered version of Aloy's armor. And how many tickets did we get? Just the one. Great. Just great. And we didn't get anything other... Well, I guess we got one decoration. A trash one. For having fought Tempered Devil Joes. I feel like regular Tempered Joe is a more rewarding quest. But hey, now I've got a Gold Small Joe. Well, Gold Smaller. I think I already had a Gold Small. Well, let's just head down to the workshop, take a look at A, how many tickets I'm going to need, and B, just what the set looks like. Also, the armor I'm wearing isn't even fully augmented or upgraded, so I probably could have made that easier on myself if I remembered that was a thing to do. Alright.
Stay tough.
So we need 3 tickets for the layered armor.
Oi, oi!
And what about for this? Oh, just 2 tickets. So we need 5 tickets total. Which means potentially 4 more times doing that quest. As far as skills go, crit boost, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, you can't equip this piecemeal. If you could, that would be one of the best head pieces in the game. Marathon Runner is not that interesting. Affinity Sliding, also not that interesting. These would be some pretty great arms. Again, if you could equip the set piecemeal, but you can't. It's a full set deal. Those legs are or the waist rather, and the legs are the worst part of the set, in my personal opinion. Well, I guess it's pretty much on par with the body, but yep, that's the full set. Hooray. And the layered stuff looks just like that. And with that, it's time to end this episode. Join us next time, which will be whenever some new Gamma armor becomes available or something new is added to the game. I don't know when that'll be, but hopefully it'll be before too long. Yeah. See you then, friends.